Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Zero Late Fees. My name is Odd, and my guest today is my sister in ghost, Ecto. Hello, Ecto.
That's a really good way to put it. But hello everybody. I'm Ecto, if you don't know. I'm a bodega running ghost in a megalopolis. And yeah, that's basically my entire shtick.
Well, and we have a very special episode today. We were going to do this a while ago, but I think it's better that we're doing it for Halloween now.
Yes.
We are going to be talking about Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
Now, I had heard of this movie before. I think it's hard to be like a fan of horror and not hear about Killer Klowns, but I hadn't seen it until we talked about doing this episode together. So, can you describe the first time you saw this movie?
Okay, so this is really kind of similar. It's like I had heard of this movie, but it's one of those movies that and we'll probably get into this, but it's one of those movies that didn't have huge appeal, but it definitely did. So it's obviously one of the movies that YouTube would throw up as a free with ads kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking on YouTube, as I normally do, scrolling through countless video essays that I probably already watched. And I saw this recommended to me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch this movie. So that was my first viewing experience of it.
How long ago was that?
Oh god, that was like that was years ago at this point. But I sat there and I was like, I think I was expecting just like a schlocky horror movie,
Mm-hmm.
but I came away from it and I was like, this is such a charming little film.
It really is. It has a lot of heart.
And that was, yeah, and that's why, like, I mean, with like a ghost, with like my ghost inspirations and everything, I know some people probably expected me to pick a more traditional like ghost movie or like something like that. And it was honestly really hard to narrow down what movie I wanted to suggest, but I'm happy we did this, and it really gets to like a lot of the things I love about horror. So yeah.
Can you describe some of those things that this movie does that you love in horror?
Okay, so I don't think it's possible to watch this movie and ignore the level of practical effects they managed to get in this movie. For being like the one Kyoto Brothers film, like they went all fucking out. And I think I really just love every little nook and cranny of this movie's like environments and character designs, because they didn't pull any fucking punches when it came to just being silly but also kind of being scary at the same time. Like there's some parts of this movie that are pretty like spooky when you think about it, but they're framed in a silly way. And I really appreciate that. And I also appreciate later on in the movie they have like the clown environments in like a really big way when they're like setting up their final like main like final act and things like that.
Oh yeah.
And I love that kind of just weird spaces that don't make sense. And I think that comes from one of the films that I watched in film school, which is like I think it was Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and like just German expression as a whole. But obviously it's used for a much different purpose here because it's clowns from space.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Bob, for the follow. But like you said, this is the only film by Stephen and Charles Kyoto, which is kind of crazy to think about. So you can really feel like the love and care they put into every single detail, because you really get the feeling that like this is their one shot and they're going to do it and they're going to do it their way.
Yeah, completely and utterly. They were like, okay, we get the chance to make a movie. Let's make the fuck out of this movie.
And so this movie came out May 27th, 1988. It was made for a little under $2 million and made $43.6 million through home video distribution and things. And it really is, it is crazy to think about how two guys made this one movie that we're still talking about almost 40 years later.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers because I can see a timeline where this movie was just completely forgotten.
Absolutely.
And because there's a lot of horror that ended up like that, especially a lot of horror that looked like this.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about Killer Klowns' like level of style, I think, that allowed it to push through and like stand through that test of time.
Yeah, it really
Um,
shows the power of an image, because there are, like, even just watching the slideshow here, there are images here and
yeah.
things that like have never been seen in horror and people have only tried imitating since.
No, yeah, they there's a lot of just and the thing is they do everything they can with the trope of clowns.
Yes.
Like everything they possibly fucking can. Um like I'm just looking through the slideshow, but one of the ones I had in my notes, because like one of my notes was just so many little touches that I forgot about because like you can watch this movie and you can appreciate it, and then you can like wait a little while and you'll watch it and you'll notice something that you didn't notice um initially. And one of the things I had on a rewatch of this movie was the fact that there's a scene where two clowns are like tracing down the humans. They're trying to figure out where they're going. And they just take out a balloon, they twist it up into a dog, and the dog comes to life, starts barking, and picks up the scent and starts tracking. And they just don't really say anything about it. It just kind of happens and they move on. And it's just so good because it doesn't try to explain everything.
And I
It just
think the
goes
alien
let it out.
aspect, yeah, the alien aspect really lends itself to that, because they do all these like kind of jokey clown things, and it's like, well, why does this work? And you can just brush it off by saying, oh, well, it's alien technology. You know, you don't
Yeah.
understand. It's not for us to understand.
I made note of one dialogue piece that I think really cements that. I think one of the characters just goes, "Popcorn, why popcorn?" And the other one just says, "Because they're clowns, that's why." And that's it.
Literally.
And that's like, it's perfect. It's like, yeah, sure. Don't explain it. Please don't. Just keep going. I'm having fun.
Like,
Like
using the silly straw to drink liquefied human remains is probably my favorite.
out of a fucking cotton candy cocoon
Yeah.
that is hanging in the middle of their big top ship.
So the story is pretty basic. It's just clowns invade town. Some of the locals get together and try and stop them. It's very straightforward, but what really makes it sparkle are these little moments of like seeing the clown technology, seeing the clowns interact with the townsfolk in various horrific ways.
Oh yeah, and also just seeing the fact that um, I think some characters are completely understanding of the fact that, oh my god, these are aliens and they're gonna kill us all, and then some characters are like, these are just like not real. This is not real. This is stupid. And I think one of the characters that we've seen in this slideshow in both living and dead form really exemplifies that. Just the gosh, I'm like blanking on his name, but the fucking police captain.
Curtis Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney is just an
I
asshole.
wrote in my notes, these are some of the worst movie cops I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
They do not give a
Because
fuck.
and even the cop that we're rooting for, kind of like our main cop character, he's a bit of a schmuck too, because he's like really only initially he's just like, oh, this is also some tomfoolery, because the main character is dating my ex and shit like that, and it's so like drama. It's just jokey drama that is in this movie as an extra thing. And I
Yeah.
kind of love it.
It's like, I wrote down, like, the performances are campy, but they're still somehow grounded. Like, it's
Yeah,
everything that's happening is ridiculous, but they're still selling it well as, like, hey, this is fucking scary. So,
yeah, like it's real people in a very unrealistic situation.
yes, absolutely. So we have our typical protagonists, Mike and Debbie. They were just trying to have a nice night out on Makeout Point when they see the clown ship come out of the sky and land in the woods. And so the whole story pretty much follows them. They meet up with two brothers who run an ice cream truck, Rich and Paul, and they're sort of the comic relief and the
Our
getaway
kings.
drivers. And then, of course, we have the cops, Debbie's ex, Dave, and as I wrote here, evil prick Curtis Mooney.
Evil prick is like the beginning of how to describe how malevolent that fucker is.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, oh yeah, obviously all of this is fake and everyone is lying to me and the entire town is out to fucking get me.
Yeah.
Um, he is the epitome of dipshit cop.
Like, people are calling in, reporting all this stuff, and he's just like, well, everyone's lying. None of that's real. That's ridiculous. Why would people say this?
Everyone's in on the bit. Everyone's just in on the bit.
And when he
I
goes
can't
off
believe
about,
this.
like, college kids coming from out of town and they're Satanists and doing drugs, it's like, man, shut up.
It does a really good job of getting you to go, oh, this guy fucking sucks. I hope something horrible happens to him. And yet, when something horrible does happen to him, they still manage to play it as, oh, well, I didn't want that to happen.
I want to talk about that moment because, oh, excuse me, my first exposure to Killer Klowns was at Halloween Horror Nights. So I went through the Killer Klowns maze knowing nothing about the film, which was very interesting. But like, the thing that stood out the most is they recreated the scene where there's a clown using Curtis's dead body as a puppet and making it talk, which is honestly one of the creepiest scenes in the whole film.
And it's the like one moment that the clowns really vocalize
Yeah, they don't really talk.
anything, like because they're played very much as these cartoon characters. But when the clown sort of talks through Mooney, um, they make their intentions pretty fucking clear to Dave,
Yeah.
and it's like the one moment where I think they really turned down the comedic aspect of it for just
Hmm.
like for just a bit, and just made you realize, oh wait, there's some actual stakes here. And then immediately Dave like takes out a gun, begins shooting at the clown, and then like pops its nose. So we're back to funny pretty fast. But like that's just how this movie rolls.
Even the build up to that scene where Dave is like walking through the police station all slow, and like, yeah, there are big silly clown footprints on the ground, but everything is so quiet and you don't know what's going to be around the corner, and then you see that. Like, they built up that moment really nicely.
I like I like talking about that scene as like clown Resident Evil. And, because it's just like it plays even the fucking like camera angles of just like a very tight space plays so well.
Hmm.
I'm looking at the shots in the slideshow for them. I just have the stream pulled up. But I'm looking at the shots in the slideshow of it right now, and I'm just like, it's so good. Just the over the shoulder looking at the clown.
It's so good. What are some of your other favorite clown moments in this film? There's a lot of good ones.
Okay.
Because a lot of this film is just clown hijinks as they terrorize people.
Okay, I did have some more noted here. The clown imitating the fucking drugstore gorilla.
Oh my god,
That was pretty
yeah.
good. And just the hijinks in the drugstore as a whole, as just this normal like drugstore owner is just on the phone, like trying to like get contact with someone, but it's also just going like, "Oh no, oh don't do that,
I
oh
wrote
no,
that
don't do
down
that,"
too. It's just this
as the
poor
clown's
old
just
man.
destroying everything.
They're just fucking everything up, and this poor old man in like the roundest, like thickest glasses ever is just like, oh no, oh gosh, oh dang it, what a mess.
It's just so it's so once again simple, but they do it with such like panache.
Yeah,
Like and it proves that like this story didn't need to be complicated. It just needed to be like enough. Like it needed to be
exactly.
pushed to its extremes.
Yeah, I think that the filmmakers really understood that when you're making something indie and you're making it by yourself, keep the concept simple, and then, you can pour all the love and the money into, making that concept shine.
No, yeah. And I think like um even just some of the things like just is it a Rich and Paul?
Yeah.
Just in general, every scene with them is also a highlight.
Oh yeah, they're
Um,
great. They're just like constantly bickering and like apparently getting up to schemes. Like this ice cream truck thing is like one of their latest like get rich quick
one of
schemes or
many.
something.
It helps in establishing the fact that there is a story to this town beyond the movie.
Yes.
It makes you feel like we're. It's not like an in medias res type thing. Like we're not dropped into the middle of a story, but we are dropped into a world that is very lived in,
Mhm.
and these characters have established like backstories that we may not get to look fully into, but it's established that they have them. And I think that's really important because a lot of like horror protagonists and characters can sometimes fall really flat
Mhm.
because you're having to do all that setup work in the middle in the runtime of the film. Um which I mean, if you can just allude to it and that's enough, then hell yeah. Then we can focus on the good stuff, which is clowns like making hand puppets that eat people and like popcorn clown babies and Debbie looking out the window and like a bunch of clowns just sitting there with a trampoline being like, yeah, you can't get away by jumping out the window, idiot. We'll
God.
just bounce you back into your house.
And thinking about like the townsfolk, like at the very beginning, there's an old man with his dog who like live out in the woods and see the spaceship come down, and they go to investigate. And like, and obviously they don't make it because if you're the first normal person in a horror movie, you die. But like the way he sells it, like the way he acts, it hurt me. I was like, I don't want this man to die. I don't want his dog to die. That's so sad. And there's just so
Yeah,
much
like
care put into the town when there really didn't have to be.
no, yeah, like I feel like small moments like that even got just all that energy put into them. Like I think he just like he loses the dog is what happens.
Mhm.
And he's just like I think he grabs like or he tries hitting the big top, and I think that's like how we see, oh, it's not a real big top, it's made of metal. And then he grabs onto the one of the support structures and it shocks him, and that's how we know, hey, it's really not normal. um and it's just it's such good tangible physical storytelling. It doesn't have to explain itself.
There's one more thing I want to talk about with the town, which is that there is, I believe, there is a restaurant in town called Big Top Burger,
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that one.
which is really fucking funny.
It's just that's once again just another small detail that I have to hold on. I have to look that up now.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
Big Top Burger. Yeah, it is.
yeah, it is. It's just oh right, it's the fucking
Which that scene
scene where
is
that one clown.
That scene is kind of harrowing too, because it's this clown trying to lure a little girl outside. And it
Like,
gives very much It vibes.
Yeah. So once again, like this, and I think like they managed to make it not as just like, oh, a clown is luring a child by like just having the clown have a giant mallet.
Yeah.
But like, which obviously is like, it's funny, but it's still like scary.
Yeah. Where there's one clown doing like shadow puppets for people at a bus stop.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
at first it's like, oh man, this guy's really good at this.
And then he just keeps doing more and more unrealistic shadow puppets, and yet everyone's like, oh, dude, he's so good at this.
You don't understand. He's so good at shadow puppets.
And then the puppet eats them.
And then it just fucking
alive.
eats them. Why? I don't know.
They can just do that.
They're fucking clowns, that's why.
And then they do the clown car bit and pull up to the normal, like the road, the circus, and the fucking classic fucking line from the one security guard. What are you gonna do with those pies, boys? And they just murder him.
Like, it's the pies scared me too, because they melt the dude's skin off, and it just becomes this mix of like blood and cream.
And just like, and then the small little clown just putting the cherry on top, and then they just walk inside and they don't give a shit. And then like the main characters come across it like, oh man, it's ice cream. And then they're like, that's not ice cream.
Doesn't one of the Terezi brothers eat it? I swear to God, he sticks his finger in there and licks it.
I'm just laughing at the way Vixie put it. They melted to death with hell pies.
They really do. It's scary.
Like, oh. I love our main characters though, because they're not like, I mean, they're phased, but they're not like hamming it up.
No, not at all.
They're just like, oh no, we must focus on. We gotta go in and kill the clowns, I guess.
They're very pragmatic. They're like, okay, we got to stop this, and they go and they stop it.
They figure it out.
Which it does help to have an easily identifiable weak point on the clown's body.
Oh yeah, but like it takes a bit for them to discover that weak point.
It does, and it takes a lot to actually get there.
Yeah, but once they figure it out, they start fucking. Dave has amazing aim. Because I'm pretty sure for most of the film he's using a shotgun and he is just getting these precision shots off on the clown noses. And I'm very impressed, is all I'll say.
Is there anything about the town you want to talk about before we go full clown mode?
Okay, there was one thing. So like I made a note of on dialogue.
Go for it.
Everyone's kind of played a little dumb.
Yes.
So it's really charming to see characters suddenly whip out very complex lines or like thoughts or statements. I specifically put like new wave European circus.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just really funny to hear them whip that out. It's like these are characters who have been like just chilling the entire fucking movie. Or they're like meant to be like depicted as like young adults or teenagers. Or just anything. Like, or it's a farmer, or it's just people living their lives.
Just regular small town yuppies.
And they're like, new wave European circus. I'm like, sure.
Yeah, man.
Whatever you want to say. It just is dialogue that feels very it's campy, but it's naturally campy.
Yeah. It walks that weird line.
It doesn't try to be like, whoa, this is really weird that clowns are taking over. And then like wink at the audience really fucking hard.
Yeah, it's not ironic. Like it's silly and they get fun with it, but it comes from like a genuine place.
They love doing this.
They love the shit. So I would like to talk about one of my favorite things, which is the set of inside of the spaceship.
Yay, yay.
Because it's just like it's obviously just on some soundstage, but like the way they incorporate like matte paintings with all of these crazy props, like the machine that has like popcorn inside it and has these like big cartoony buttons that the clowns come over and slap with their weird little hands.
And the thing is, like, all of their stuff is genuinely made. It feels made for them.
Yes.
Which is like, it's not just like, oh yeah, we gave clowns a weird alien spaceship. It's the clowns have built this spaceship for clown purposes, and they are abiding by the laws of their clown society and raising their little popcorn babies inside of the popcorn bubble for use in deployment when we take over the town by just throwing them places in dumpsters and shit like that. And it's like, it's just, it all works. Like, it sets up a bigger narrative and like bigger implications that don't need to be answered.
Yeah.
And the movie doesn't try to answer them, but it makes them threatening because what the fuck else can they do? Like, what the fuck else are these clowns capable of? They have so many kinds of gadgets and gizmos and shit.
Which like I think the most iconic sort of clown prop from this movie are the cotton candy cocoons. Because at first you look at them and you're like, oh, it's just a big thing of cotton candy. And then you look inside and it's people with like no skin, just blood. Just bloody skeletons.
Just melting there.
Ugh.
And it's just like, I think we initially see them like tear the outside of one off.
Yes.
And we see the face and we're like, oh, scary. And then like later on, the big one, I think his name's like Jumbo or something.
Do the clowns have names?
They do have names, but they don't, not within the
Yeah, they don't
itself,
say them,
unfortunately, or the runtime of the movie. I say show because they've tried making a show. They've tried making more movies.
Oh, we'll get to the attempts,
but we'll get to that. I bet. But it's like, yeah, they do have names, but the big one sticking the fucking straw in, and it's this stupid bendy straw.
The fucking crazy straw.
Slurping it up, and then burping, and he's like, "Oh, yep, all right, back to work, I guess."
Okay,
and our main characters just kind of watch.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh man, that sucks." Anyway. Okay, the head clown is Jojo. And I see there's like a chart here with all the variants, but the image quality is too small. I can't read it. But they do have names, which I love.
Let me look it up. I know names. I'll pull it up.
The name of the clown.
Oh yeah, I see this big chart. I'll pull it up on the wiki. Yeah. It might have been. There's like They all have very stupid names.
As they should.
There's Jumbo. Jumbo is just like a normal clown. I think Jumbo's the one who did the hand puppet thing.
Mm-hmm.
The fat one is just named Fatso.
Of course.
Which is fine. There's Shorty. He's the little guy. There's one named Rudy.
Wait, I gotta talk about Shorty. Shorty is the one with the motorcycle, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have to talk about that because that's my favorite fucking scene. This little clown rolls up to like a biker bar and everyone's making fun of him. And some big dude's like, hey, let me ride your bike, man. And he just like picks it up and smashes it. And then this fucking little clown kicks the dude's head off. Like, kicks his head off of his shoulders into a trash can. And everyone loses it.
Because they just kind of that once again, it's just kind of something they do because they're like setting up all the clown hijinks, and they're like, look at what they're doing.
They make all these cartoon antics like real and bloody and visceral, and it's awesome. And thank you, Cum Goblin, for 2 years of subscribing. I love and appreciate you.
It's so, every time I think about this movie, there's a little bit more I love about it. And then also we get these, like, it's funny because they're visually very cartoonish. They're exaggerated. And then we get these close-ups of them and they're like wrinkly and fucking disgusting.
Yeah, the masks are really detailed because it's like obviously like you can look at them and tell, but the wrinkles on their faces and like the way they move, they really sell them as like, oh, these are fucked up creatures that just look like this. Like that's not makeup, that's not a wig. It's just this is just them.
Yeah, and their eyes are very sunken in, and they have these like they have the visage of, oh, this is a clown, and then it's like, that's not a fucking clown.
Yeah, you could see this from far away and be like, oh, that's just a clown. Then you get up close and it's like, wait a minute. No human's head is shaped that way.
Yeah. It's so good.
Do you have any is there a particular clown moment or prop that you keep returning to?
Man, that's difficult. I will say we haven't mentioned it yet, but I think we should talk about the elephant in the room, which is when Rich and Paul fall into a pit and they're just like, they'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
And suddenly we are accosted by just sex appeal clowns.
Hang on. Where are they? Where are they? Okay, here they are. Look! Everyone look! Look at these babes. Tell me you wouldn't betray the human race for them.
And I think this still does an okay job, but I want to just explain to everyone that the clown on the right there, the one with the utterly insane boobs,
yes,
those don't start out that way.
No.
This scene goes on for approximately like just like 30 seconds, it feels like. And it goes from flat chested to that. I just want to say that.
Not only are there clowns, there is inflation.
There's clown boob inflation in this movie. And they just kind of go, okay. And then the next time we see our two bros who have been driving this ice cream truck the whole fucking movie, they are covered in fucking kiss marks. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they did, but you know what? They're the winners of this movie.
Their friends think they're dead, and then they just show up. They're like, no, we were just getting some pussy, man.
We were getting the clussy.
We were getting that clussy. I am glad to see sexy clown representation.
No, yeah. And it's just like, I appreciate that they look exactly like the other clowns. They're just women.
They just have tits and like little things in their hair, and that's it.
Yeah, they're just, I mean, that's how they need ways to procreate.
That's what I was wondering, because it seems like, they grow these little clowns out of like popcorn, but then you see them and that's just like, okay, welcome to the filmmaker's barely disguised fetish.
Man, that's fine by me, man.
That's fine by us.
Strongest ice cream man alive. It's true. Nothing bad ever happens to them throughout the entire film, really, in all honesty.
No.
All the other characters kind of like suffer a little bit. Like Debbie gets kidnapped. Like the cops have to deal with police inaction.
Yeah. Mike gets like taken around in cuffs and stuff.
Mike has to deal with the police, but also deal with the clowns. And then the bros just kind of buddy around the entire movie and then get pussy.
They're just vibing.
So you know what? and they kind of saved the day.
They do. So
because they burst in with a fucking ice cream truck at the end.
speaking of the end, I don't know if you got this vibe too, but because the end, it's like Mike, Debbie, and Dave all like embracing and hugging before they get like pelted with like pie raining down from the sky. And so my very last note is polycule question mark? Because by the end, it seems like Mike and Dave are like no longer kind of fighting over this girl. It seems like they're kind of more like, all right, man, yeah, you know, we both like her, sure.
Yeah, they're very chill with each other by the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Which they aren't at the beginning. At the outset of this movie, they're like weirdly confrontational. But by the end, they don't care at all.
By the end, they're all hugging each other.
Yeah, they're just kind of happy. And I mean, fuck yeah. That's the kind of representation I want in my movies like this. And I also appreciate it that it didn't turn out to be like a final survivor type scenario in this movie.
Yeah, I was expecting one of the main five to die. And so when everyone survived, I was kind of taken aback by that. But, you know, it's not an entirely happy movie, but it is a little more lighthearted. So it's like, okay, sure, they're gonna make everyone live and then pelt them with pie at the end.
Yeah, and they definitely do make you think that that Rich and Paul are fucking dead.
Oh yeah.
Because like the big clown kind of just flings them across the room inside their truck and it fucking explodes. And they're like, oh my god, they fucking died.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. I'm having a bitrate moment. Let's just hold for a minute while we wait. It's like every time I stream. Hello? I think we're back.
Hello. Are we back? Are we back?
I think we're back. Refresh your browser. I think we're back. I see green lines.
Okay, good. If we're back, then I will just summarize.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, polycule energy was thick.
Mm-hmm.
But also Rich and Paul never punished because Clownzilla, and yes, that's the actual name of the big ass fucking clown at the end of the movie.
Fuck yeah.
Flings them across the room. The truck blows up, and you're like, they're dead. And they just go, and the movie plays it that way until the end when they're revealed to have hid with the ice cream, and somehow they pull the fucking Indiana Jones and just survived.
I think originally they were gonna die, but then that like ending tested poorly or something, or the execs were like, no, keep them alive. Love to see interviews with the pop creators. Oh yeah, Summertime for sure. They did so much with all the prop work.
Yeah, like I love everything about that. The props in this movie are exquisite. Anyone who knows anything about me, if you look at the things that I do with my assets, you will see that I've been wearing my inspirations on my sleeve a lot more lately. And that's part of the reason I wanted to pick this movie too, because it's just genuinely inspiring to see this kind of horror taken to such an extreme. I love this shit.
You talk a little bit about how this movie has influenced like your stream assets and presentation specifically.
Okay, so I'm still working on a lot of the lore, but it's coming. I swear to God. But a lot of the stuff that I've done is very comedic. but I also play it 100% straight. Like Ecto living in a pun-based city with a pun-based place of business is not lost on me. I know that's funny. Um, she lives in a megalopolis and operates a bodega, and I fucking love it. But working with, I have a channel artist who I regularly work with on this stuff. Um, I think we may have gone out again.
Okay, I think we're back. God, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm really trying to get a new router, so hopefully this doesn't happen.
We're gonna strangle Twitch by they're trying to silence our clown a bit talk.
I don't want to hear us talk about Clussy.
But basically, I have a channel artist I work with by the name of Cozy Morales, and they do an amazing job on all my stuff. And it's very colorful and vivid, kind of like the way movies like this, along with a bunch of other inspirations. But I'm not going to spend too much time on that because we're here to talk about clowns specifically. Specifically, recently though, I've hidden a lot more horror references inside my assets. So the next time anyone stops by one of my streams, you could probably find a Killer Klowns not in there. Is all I'll say.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I love all of the Easter eggs in your stream
and
background.
I think just that level of meticulous detail and care to the bit is something that I think is a real strength of VTubing, and a real strength of the weird genre that we occupy as a whole. Um, and like, it doesn't have to be super complex lore. Like, I don't need to be a god from another dimension. I can just be a ghost running a convenience store
Yeah.
who's also a ghostbuster, but don't think about it too hard. And I think that kind of don't think about it too hard and just enjoy the ride mentality applies to this movie too.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely the same artistic philosophy. It's like it's not that deep, it's about like the passion and the creativity that's on display. Nothing too
Yeah,
complex.
it's not that deep, but we put our whole pussy into it.
Well, yeah. It's as deep as our pussy.
uh,
All right. I think another fucking pre-roll is running. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to play a game.
Gaming.
Gaming. We'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about all the interruptions, y'all.
They're trying to get us.
They really are trying to get us. I was telling Ecto I hear a clown horn out on my street right now, so they're coming to fucking get me.
Yeah. Luckily, I live on the 3rd floor of my place of residence. They can't fucking get me.
But they'll be waiting out there with a trampoline.
Yes, they will be. I'm very scared because if I try to escape out my window, they will bounce me back up, and then I really don't know what I'll do from that point.
They said no.
I don't know if they can. I don't know if the clowns can make it upstairs. But I know they can get me at the bottom of the elevator, so I'm fucked.
Vixie, is Nari going to visit in regards to clowns? I hear her big squeaky shoes coming down the street. So, Ecto, you love the Killer Klowns. How do you feel about clowns and horror in general?
I'm gonna be divisive, and I hope you're ready for that. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah,
these are my clowns. Like the issue, and I've been waiting to express this to everybody, but I express it to you a little bit. I feel like a lot of clown-based horror does not get to the heart of using the clown as like a medium. They're just using the clown as the vehicle to be, oh, here's a creepy dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, cool. But like, why a clown? And it's like, oh, that's unassuming. And it's like, to who? Whenever you see a clown like played up, and the thing is, they make them obviously scary.
Yes.
To a point I don't love. Because it's like, these guys, they're kind of funny with it. They're more like fucking with you, but while also having malicious intent. But like a lot of horror clowns, I mean, they'll do that, but they're very much scary with it. Like, they're super fucking scary with it. And I don't know, that doesn't hit as hard for me as this does.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like a lot of people sort of see clown and just go, oh, John Wayne Gacy will make the clown a crazed killer or something. But, you know, this movie stands out because they're colorful aliens.
Yeah, and I feel like it's either like John Wayne Gacy or we do Pennywise.
Mm-hmm,
and those are the two like clown-based horrors. And like you can really you can put those in two groups. Like the John Wayne Gacy type clown is like clown serial any clown serial killer, and then like Pennywise is stuff like Pennywise and Art the Clown in my mind.
Yeah.
And Art the Clown's kind of a combination of both, but like I don't know. Also, Art's basically a mime, so I don't fucking know anything.
Is a mime a clown?
Yeah, like, is a mime a clown? Who fucking knows? But it's just, it confuses me. And I love this a lot more because, I don't know, that camp factor of, hey, they're clowns, they should act like clowns, is important to me.
Here, I'm gonna start a quick poll for the audience. Is a mime a clown? I feel like they're the same family.
Yeah, they are kind of. I don't know.
I think maybe they're like a subspecies of clown. Is a warlock a wizard? It depends. Related but not the same. Yeah.
I'm glad that we've like caused a real split here.
Yeah, looks like a lot of people leaning toward yes. Which I guess, you know, the face paint, the antics. But I don't know, there's something kind of more old-fashioned about a mime. I don't know, but maybe that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it's tough because, like, in the case of Art the Clown, they call him Art the Clown, even though he acts like a mime. Except in, I guess, specific scenes, but I don't know. I also that could be a whole separate episode of why I just don't love Terrifier that much, but that's not what we're here to discuss.
Now, I haven't seen the movie. I still have thoughts on Terrifier, but we would be
Yeah.
here the whole time. Everyone would be upset. Juggalo is a punk clown. Yes, I like that. Mime
That's
is
true.
goth clown.
Yes. Okay. You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah, the clown is the main species, I guess. So I guess a mime would be technically a clown.
A subspecies of clown that has different characteristics applied upon it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna agree.
The clown is the canvas.
Yes. I'm gonna agree with the audience here and say a mime is a clown.
You have your Rathalos and your silver Rathalos.
So
Okay.
I have some clowns I'd like to show you, Ecto.
Okay.
And we talked about various categories of clown, and maybe you'll recognize some of these, and maybe you won't. But I'm going to show you two at a time. You tell me what type of clown they are, whether they're just scary person or Pennywise-esque demon, and then tell me which one you would be more afraid to see walking towards you on the street at night.
Okay. Are you gonna just like screen share them to me?
I
do this?
I am going to pull them up on stream, and I will just give you time to for the stream.
That works.
All right. So first up, we have Shivers. Let me grab Shivers. Come here, Shivers.
Oh, I fucking hate this thing already.
Yeah, very, very odd face paint. The mouth going off, like on its own there.
I appreciate the creativity of that. This is very much screaming normal guy to me though. This is just like, dude. But still a pretty spooky dude.
You would be right. This is a dude. This is Shivers is from the movie Fear of Clowns, which is about an artist who purges her fears through painting, is terrified to discover that her nightmarish creations have taken on a life of their own.
Huh.
But it is my understanding it's a sort of an escaped convict returns to terrorize the town sort of thing as well.
Okay. Interesting.
So he is pretty freaky.
Yeah. An interesting design.
What about compared to Killjoy?
Let's see. This dude is taunting Batman and about to eat me. Oh, okay. See, I already don't like this clown as much because it feels like a Party City Halloween costume.
Yeah. It has like the Pennywise like sharp teeth
and the like just the eyes that are, I mean, they're like crazy eyes, but they're like, oh, I'm like the devil. So this feels, I'm gonna wager demon on this one.
You are kind of right. Killjoy is undead.
Okay.
Killjoy is from a movie also called Killjoy about a clown doll brought to life by black magic tries to kill those responsible for murdering its owner. So it is like an undead, demon, vengeful spirit sort of thing.
Okay.
So which one would you be more frightened of to see coming toward you?
Honestly, I would be more frightened of Shivers because there's just something about the simplicity of this and the main focal point being that weird sloping mouth that is scarier to me than this sort of like just like angry looking face.
Yeah,
like his eyes are too dilated.
Yeah.
And that's scarier than just traditional crazy eyes to me.
Yeah, the face paint is really creative, which I do like.
Guy on the left, he's bald. I mean, I don't want to say
Bold,
that, but
bold.
it does kind of play a role. Like it's simple and it works, and you don't
Yeah,
have to go too far with it. But there's elements here that are distinct from other clowns.
yeah. The baldness I think contributes to him seeming just like a dude, just a scary
Yeah,
dude.
I can see his forehead wrinkles for the face paint a little bit.
The Killjoy's out of here.
Get
But
out of here.
what about Shivers compared to Clown? His name is just Clown. Let
Let
me
me see.
grab him.
Whoa.
This is Clown.
See, that's see, that's a guy.
This is just straight up a guy. They did not fucking try with this man.
And yeah, no, like that. Well, that's my. I'll just say that's my guess. 100%. That's just a guy.
Yeah, this is just a guy. This is Clown from the movie 31. 5 carnival workers are kidnapped the night before Halloween and held hostage in a large compound. At the mercy of their captors, they are forced to play a twisted game of life or death called 31. For the next 12 hours, they must fight for their lives against an endless parade of homicidal maniacs, including Clown.
And I mean, he's I'm just laughing a lot when I see him. He's not scary to me.
This is a man. This is just a man in whiteface.
That's a guy who is about to do the worst Joker impression you've ever heard.
This is a guy who's going to do a
And,
Joker impression, try to do a knife trick, and then fail.
And like Lop is like the tip of his pinky off, and he's like, "Oh shit, fuck,
Ah,
ow."
ouch, ouch, owie, ow. So you're still going Shivers, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because man, I can't stop laughing at Clown.
he is just Clown. All right, so you're gonna love this guy. This is Clown. This is also Clown.
I haven't even seen him yet. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, all right.
He does look like a wrestler.
I kind of love this guy already. I'm fuck, dude. I really don't know.
He has a very distinct look. Like it has elements of Clown, but it's like I haven't seen like this sort of strange blue face paint and like the little tufts of hair like that, but also with like the leather jacket and the chain.
This dude, I really like this dude, but like I'm guessing is he a normal guy?
Is that your final answer?
Fuck, I guess.
You would be wrong.
Shit.
This is Clown from the Spawn movie. Are you familiar with the Spawn comics?
Fuck, that makes so much sense now. That's why he looks like this. I was like, why does he seem familiar?
Yep.
But
this is from the 1997 Spawn live action movie.
I see. I do love. I haven't been into it too much, but like, there's something charming about the goofiness of Spawn as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah.
Like, isn't this guy like a fucking serial killer? I can't remember.
He's some sort of demon.
Demon, but like also the demons in Spawn have such a like human touch to them as well. And I don't know.
But you are not frightened of this man.
I don't know. This guy's kind of got like muscle to him that the other guy doesn't.
That's true.
Like,
yeah, like Shivers you can maybe take down. This guy I could not.
Yeah, like Shivers feels like he's gonna walk up to me and he's gonna be like weirdly inquisitive with those big fucking eyes. And I could just like punch him in the nose.
Yeah.
This guy feels like a wall. Like if this guy was walking at me, I'd be like, hey, wait, hey man.
Hey now,
I don't
hey.
want I mean Vixie's right. I would smoke a joint with this dude, but I don't think we're in that situation.
You go to take a puff, but then you just pull out an endless handkerchief from your mouth instead of smoke.
Oh no. And I mean, especially with like the fact that he is a demon, I'm more inclined to be scared of Clown.
So,
although, yeah, we'll
so
go with
you are more
Clown.
frightened of Clown.
Yeah, because also that face paint is just abnormal, completely.
It is. It's
The other
very
one is like, that's
strange.
Clown face paint, but this other guy's like got horns, like demon horn face paint, but it goes up the entirety of his face, except for the white parts.
Got a fucking egghead. Right. Shivers has
They
been
both got eggheads.
eliminated. So we've talked about this guy. Let's talk about our friend Pennywise from the 90s. Have you seen the It series or the It movie?
So, I actually have not seen the original one.
I have not
seen
either.
clips. And I mean, I will give them some credit in just the fact that they played it straight and made him a clown.
Mm-hmm.
With obvious, like, I mean, he does have those otherworldly traits to him underneath it all. But the mask he puts on here is very good. Like, I'm not scared initially, but there's things here like this, like just the look, like this sideways glance. It's empty.
Yeah.
There's a hollowness to this that works really well. Because like normally you see a clown, I mean, just look at Clown.
He's so
Motherfucker's
happy.
smiling. This guy, fucking Pennywise, he's like mean mugging us. But yet he's not like grimacing or like scowling or like, rah, I'm fucking scary. It's just like contempt.
Yeah, the energy feels more serious than Clown's energy.
Which speaks to like it as a whole. And that's a whole canna. But yeah, I mean, I know I said what I said about like not loving certain like horror depictions of clowns, but I will say I do love Pennywise's emptiness. I just don't know if it's a clown emptiness. In terms of scary though, it's fucking scary. Like that's undeniable to me.
Oh yeah. So far scarier than Clown.
No, yeah, I would still smoke a joint with Clown, or I would not smoke a joint with Pennywise.
I would smoke a joint with Clown all day, every day. But
I think Pennywise's joint would kill me.
It would. It would. The joint
like,
would be he rips out like the joints of your fingers or something.
And then it's like, okay, now fucking smoke it, bitch. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, in comparison, what do you think about 2017 Pennywise?
See, okay.
I intentionally picked a freakier picture.
This is where we need to have a discussion about, like, he's scary, but they play it up to such a degree that I'm like, Jesus fuck, man. All right. I think a lot of the stuff that Pennywise does in the movie, like the 2017 version, is far scarier than this like bundle of teeth look that they give him a ton. Like there are scenes in It 2017 that are terrifying and that are really well done and well executed. But I feel like the special effects are a bit much, and I get that they're like, he has to be an otherworldly monster and we have to sell it. And it's like, that's true. But It just
Yeah.
goes a bit. It, it. I feel from what I gather about Pennywise, and I have seen 2017. He's very much a mental monster to me,
Hmm.
rather than this physical monster that they make him into. And then like the actor is incredible.
Both
I love the
performances
performance.
are incredible.
Yes. But I don't know. I still think this look of like utter contempt on the left is scarier to me for I guess different reasons than I have 50 billion teeth.
Hmm. Yeah, like
I have the
definitely
worst gingivitis.
in It 2017, like definitely when they go underground and get into like his lair and it gets very special effect heavy, I'm kind of like, okay.
It's like you're losing me a bit.
Yeah, the fucking
And
dance.
yeah, that too. And it's like there's moments that take me out of it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would say the one or Pennywise on the left is still scary to me.
I agree. I'm gonna hold for a second. Squid has something to say about 2017 It. Oh yes, the scary clown appearances.
We're like clowns were just injected into society, and everyone was like, "Guess this is just the way things are."
What did you think about that when it was happening?
I never saw any fucking clowns, man.
I didn't either. I just remember seeing
Like
people posting on Tumblr, and I was like, man, that's crazy.
it was just like, here's a bunch of fucking clowns. They're everywhere. They're taking over. Why are they all here? And it's like, what the fuck?
I remember being like,
And
wow, the world is so crazy. And then the next 9 years happened, and I was like, clowns everywhere would have been preferable.
the clowns could have like integrated it into society and become like normal functioning members. Like they could have just like, there could have been like an entire like clown subset, and I would have been like, yeah, that's more normal than half the shit that happens now.
I do I feel like, but I feel like if it was promo for the movie, I feel like they would have fessed up by now, right?
If it was, and the thing is, if it was promo and they didn't like go and we did that, I would be like, I'd honestly be impressed.
Hmm.
Like that is like good marketing. If that made them just, if it made people think, oh, scary clowns, there's a movie about that coming out. But like that is such subliminal shit that I'm impressed.
Because I feel like I could also see like maybe they did like one or two like as promo, just like, oh, clown sighting, but then other people picked up on it and just started doing it too to freak people out.
It's like how McDonald's kind of slid their way into um endorsing the shit with the grimace shake,
Yeah, yeah. Like any publicity is good
where
publicity.
yeah, sure, they're making fun of us, but that's good.
They're still
And I
buying
mean,
our beverage.
and like throwing it at the wall, but like fuck. I the thing is like none of the clowns in those videos were like, I feel like they were not it clowns.
No,
You
no.
feel like they'd sneak in at least a Pennywise adjacent clown.
Yeah, but they were all various types of clown.
Yeah. You'd think that would be marketing for a movie like Killer Klowns, honestly.
God, I wish. If there were just those types of clowns just walking around having a parade down the street.
Sending a strongly worded letter to Ryan Gosling. I have an amazing marketing idea, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. For now, goodbye, 2017 Pennywise. Let's get to our next clown. Who do we have here? Oh, well, no, we just had discourse. Let's save the discourse for a bit. Let's talk about an interesting clown I found. The man who was slapped. That is his name.
Huh. I've not heard of this.
I had not
Oh,
either until I started researching.
oh, but I like this thing.
So,
Can you give me? Yeah, give me the rundown.
so this He Who Gets Slapped is the name of the film. It came out in 1924. And it's essentially about a man or a scientist who comes up with this great invention, and then his lab partner, steals the invention and his wife. And he like loses everything, and so the scientist becomes the clown, He Who Gets Slapped. And his whole shtick is he gets slapped by other clowns. And then he falls in love with someone else, and then things go bad. It's like a very early kind of horror drama.
I fucking love shit like that. And I think I kind of alluded to me loving shit like that by mentioning like Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yeah.
And stuff, but I love shit like that because they did fucking like I'm just looking at the comment here. Movies in the 20s were just fucking anything. Yes, they were. And because they were figuring out what they could fucking do, and people were just like, yeah, sure, fucking make a movie about that. Movies are cool. Everyone's coming to the theaters, just watch shit. So like,
yeah, and this guy, it's like there is no John Wayne Gacy yet. There is no It books yet. So this is just like clown horror free from modern influence.
Yeah,
but in the film, it seems he's more of like a tragic character than like an adversarial one.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know a lot of I feel like a lot of the air of modern horror is in that tragedy and in that like weirdly, or not modern horror, but like in modern horror we have a lot of action based stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In the past it was like these weird mental and moral quandaries that they would present the audience with, and then they would obviously you had your action flicks and things like that, because people were just like, I want to go to the theater and see things I've never seen in my real life. But
yeah, people just used to go to movies not knowing what was playing. They would just show up.
Because it was like, oh, cool, we're going to the movies. And just some director was like, sure, I'm going to make a movie about a tragic scientist story where a guy becomes a clown.
Have you seen Nightmare Alley?
Is that the Del Toro one? I have not seen it, but I've heard of it.
He did do the remake. I'm going to be a snob and say the original is better.
Okay.
But that's another good, like, tragic circus performer film.
1947. Fun. Okay, cool. No, yeah, I love this era of just... I don't know. There's a lot of like very when you're looking at black and white movies, I just love the era of like distinguished guys and girls face tragedy.
Yeah.
I feel like we've lost tragedy a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it still kind of exists, but back in the day, it felt more like a parable. Like, because this person did this, it went too far.
Their entire life fucking falls apart. And it's like, you're not, and it's like, but they're going to stop it, right? And it's like, no, they're not.
Nope.
They're not. They're fucked up. And you have to witness the fuck up.
Are you afraid of He Who Gets Slapped?
No, I think I'm just mostly intrigued by him.
Yeah.
Like, and I want to know what happens, so I may have to seek this one out. But he doesn't really scare me from this image alone.
No, I do enjoy his design. There is something about the black and white clown.
Oh no, yeah, it works. It works very well here because, like, he has got a very recognizable silhouette. He's got the obviously like the clown collar. His hair is distinct from other clowns. He's got the like stripe down his eyelids.
Yeah, like a little slit through the eyes.
And yet his clothes are not like garish. It's not like a checkerboard pattern or like any pattern at all, really. It's just stark.
Yeah.
And black. And I kind of love that. It's like a very dismal. This is a goth clown.
This is a goth clown. So very cool, but not scary. So Pennywise still has the lead. All right, now let's get into discourse.
Discourse.
I'm howling at the moon. Let's talk about this fucking dude. Art the Clown.
I knew we were gonna get to you, you motherfucker.
We have to. Like, we just have to.
First off, congratulations on getting into Fortnite.
So yeah, congratulations, Art. Big Fortnite collab, so proud.
But I really no way, says Vixie. Way.
Congrats on meeting Daft Punk.
But like, I feel content. I'm looking at Art the same way Pennywise is looking at us right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bro. To him, because, and this is, I mean, I could talk about this for a while, but Art the Clown operates on a similar storytelling framework to what Killer Klowns kind of does, which is he has a very simple story. But the issue, and a very simple story that is meant to carry visual effects. The issue that I have with Terrifier as a franchise is that the visual effects are, we're going to put so much blood on the screen and do so much stuff with gore that you're going to go fucking crazy. And yeah, it's impressive. But also, what do I walk away with when I am done watching the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I just watched Gallons and Gallons of Blood. Pretty cool. But like, I'm not left with anything else to reminisce on.
Yeah, like I haven't seen these movies, but from what I hear, the first one is kind of the worst in terms of story, and then allegedly the story gets better. I have beef with these movies. Like, I know I'm going to watch them one day because I have to, because Art has become such an icon in modern horror. But honestly, I read something that the director said about how horror movies aren't political, and I took so much umbrage with that, because I'm like, you stupid motherfucker, what are you talking about?
Even Killer Klowns can make a statement on fucking police.
Yeah, every horror movie is a reflection of the anxieties of the time. Texas Chainsaw is about Vietnam. You know, like, it's just, politics are everywhere in horror. The politics of women's bodies, the politics of being queer or being othered in society, the politics of being poor, like all the quote-unquote hillbilly horror stories that we have. Like, yeah. Come on, man. And yeah, now like, that's a clown.
And just a lot of that is why Art doesn't fucking scare me.
Yeah.
His kills are not super iconic. They're not done with a sense of purpose. He's just this malevolent force that is operating to create bloody, violent kills that go a step beyond what we're normally used to. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. There's a space for that. But I don't have to fucking like it, and I don't have to find it fucking scary. Like, the fact that the Universal Halloween Horror Nights for this year that had a Terrifier one had to have a dry route and a wet route is just like, really? You're overplaying your hand. You're saying, okay, our character, our slasher, cannot carry the narrative without a bucket full of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at other classic slashers, they can carry a story without it even being like the most bloody thing on earth.
Yeah, I agree.
If you look at fucking Jason, motherfucker is a presence. Motherfucker is a tank. You can't take him the fuck down. He will find you and he will kill you. You look at Ghostface, he's a fucker. That's it. You look at Michael Myers, it's similar to Jason, fucking tank, but he's imposing as well. Like, and once again, you can't take him down. You look at Art the Clown, he just kind of is a fucker and wins all the time.
Yeah.
And might be spirit based. I can't remember Terrifier 2 very well.
I'm not sure about the lore.
But he's just, the thing is, they don't really elaborate on it super much. So, like, I don't think he's earned it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's earned this place that he has.
So you are not frightened of this man at all.
No, he's silly to me. And go brush your fucking teeth. Even though I know Pennywise doesn't brush his teeth, but motherfucker, damn, I could barely see your fucking teeth.
Yeah, at least Art isn't trying to show him off. I mean, at least Pennywise isn't trying to show him off.
Yeah. At least not all the time.
So we have a couple more clowns left. Here's one that I enjoy. Captain Spaulding.
Oh. Okay. This is the one from This is Rob Zombie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is from House of a Thousand Corpses.
House of a Thousand Corpses. Yes. Okay. So I will just start. I'm not scared of this. I would, once again, this kind of matches the vibe of Clown.
Yes.
In which, like, you're fucked up. I know it, but, like, I'm not scared of you, man. I'd probably hang out. He's smiling once again.
And we do see him hanging out in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, he's just chilling.
And I don't know if I've sat down and watched the whole thing, but I've definitely heard of this movie. And I don't know. Rob Zombie, from what I've gathered in the limited experiences I've had, is just like, it's like vibes in a weird way.
Oh my!
Like,
Cum Goblin says YouTube thumbnail clown. This is Mr. Beast.
This is Mr. Beast.
I trapped 5 tourists in my house of horrors.
Do you have like the spiel for House of a Thousand Corpses to jog my memory a bit?
An empty fuel tank and a flat tire lead 2 couples down a terror-riddled road to the House of a Thousand Corpses. House of a Thousand Corpses is at its core a story of family, a cast of twisted individuals who, with each slash of a throat or stab through the chest, add bodies to their sick human menagerie.
See, that's fun. I love that. It's closer to what Killer Klowns is in a weird way.
Like, Rob Zombie movies aren't necessarily good, but they can be fun.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't need to be good if it's fun. If you can tell, like, if you could tell they enjoyed making it and that they put their hearts into it, even if their hearts are pretty fucking weird, then hey, you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah, if you make a movie just to show how hot your wife is, like, that's fine.
Fuck it, whatever.
So you are not frightened of Captain Spaulding here?
Nah. He's got a bit of fucked up teeth there, but hey, it's alright, man.
I do like the big eyeshadow and the big eyebrow, like, that goes up his head.
Oh yeah.
That is neat.
It accentuates his really wide eyes here. I also just like the bearded clown in general.
Oh, that is good. Also, hello, Nyari. Hi. Thank you for 26 months. We are down to our final few clowns here. What about Stitches?
Hold on. Ooh. I've not heard of this clown. But I don't know. I want to help this guy.
This dude's having a bad day.
Give me a... well, first off, I think this is a normal guy.
Well, you're kind of right. After a clown is killed in a party mishap, he comes back from the dead to seek revenge on the people responsible.
Oh.
So he was a dude, and then he became Killer Zombie Clown.
Oh, so he's like revenge-driven zombie clown.
Yes, revenge clown. Clown revengeance.
don't know. This guy looks I don't know, not like the scariest, but also I haven't seen him like in his element.
Yeah, he just looks like a
From this,
guy who's having kind of a rough day.
yeah, it's like, hey man, if I wasn't involved in the party, I'd be like, fuck man, you're, I'll drive you to the party. You can do whatever you want from there, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear you die.
Yeah, he does not look very frightening at all.
But I don't know. I salute this guy. I hope he gets the revenge he's seeking.
Saluting this man. Next, we got Twisty.
See, I do love clowns that end in E.
Yeah.
But also, fuck. Wait, what's this guy from?
American Horror Story.
That's why he looks like that.
He is from season 4 Freak Show, which is when I kind of dropped off.
So we actually read one of the American Horror Story scripts in college.
Oh, really?
Classes. Of one of the episodes. I can't remember what the episode was. It wasn't this. But it put a bad taste in my mouth for like all of American Horror Story, because it was just like, I don't know, reading one of the screenplays for that is just, I don't know, seeing the way the writer wrote.
Ryan Murphy is a hack.
Yeah, it just made me feel gross.
Understandable.
That's the kind of horror that grosses me out, but it doesn't scare me.
Right.
Like, I look at this guy and his face just feels like it's 2 inches from falling off.
Yeah, it looks like too mask-like.
Yeah, like he looks kind of goofy to me. Like, once again, this feels like a Party City, like, or Spirit Halloween animatronic that honestly, like, I've been seeing some of those animatronics get put up around where I'm at. And it's just like, that's pretty
yeah.
That's pretty on the nose, trying to be scary and trying to catch you off guard.
Speaking of nose, he does not have the iconic red nose.
Yeah, like, but he does have the hair, but the hair is kind of half-assed.
Yeah.
And I get that they were going for like, oh yeah, this is like a clown that is realistic, but also dejected and broken. And it's like, cool.
Cool, who cares?
Get back in the fucking kitchen and cook me something better than this.
Just juggle the balls, ball juggler.
It's just it's not scary. And I know this likely means we're getting down to like, we may end up with Pennywise being the victor here.
We might. We very well could.
Which is very stereotypical, but I think it kind of shows that like everything has been trying to emulate this, and yet they can't fucking do it.
It's iconic for a reason, and you can feel like, oh, it's been overdone because it's had so many imitators. But then when you go back to the original source material, it's like, okay, this is why everybody wants to do Pennywise.
Yeah, and then when everyone tries to do Pennywise, they're like, yeah, visually we'll just have to nail it, right? And it's like, yeah, but it's also about performance.
Yeah.
And about the simplicity of what you're doing. Instead of, we just need to be scary. We just need to fucking scare them, right?
Some sharp teeth in there and some blood. It'll be fine.
And they'll make it a mask, but also his face is falling off. And like, and it's dirty. It's dirty. It's all dirty.
Here is our second to last clown, Kent.
Okay, this is just a normal ass name, so I'm curious.
This is Kent.
Huh. What is this guy's deal?
Do you think he's a human or not?
I don't think so.
So Kent's story is when the clown hired to host his son Jack's birthday party withdraws, Kent McCoy, a quiet father himself, has to don the disguise of a clown. However, he finds out that he cannot remove it and is forced to endure taunts from his coworkers, and I believe the clown suit does begin to warp him, which is scary.
This is Clown the Mask from Goosebumps.
This is Clown the Mask.
This kind of rules, but also, oh god,
definitely.
See, like that kind of scares the shit out of me.
Like the concept of putting something on you cannot take off and it corrupts you until you are unrecognizable. That is scary.
That scares the shit out of me because when I was growing up, and I specifically mentioned Goosebumps for this reason, I remember reading that Goosebumps book, and I was like, that could fucking happen. That could fuck that, and they just didn't fix her, and she was just fucked up.
That was one of the scarier Goosebumps stories.
Like, well, oh my god. But I was also the same kid who would read those YouTube comments that are like, you will die in a week if you don't forward this to 5 people. And I'd be like, I'm gonna die.
That shit used to get me so bad. I would get texts from my friends with like a fucked up picture, be like, this is the girl who lives in the well. If you don't send to 10 people, she will come after you.
And it's like, I don't know 10 people.
I don't have 10 friends. I'm gonna die.
I don't know 10 phone numbers of my friends. I talk on Xbox to all my friends or some shit. And it's like, but no, yeah, this guy. I don't know. This guy fucks with me. I want to see this movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's interesting.
It is also, a very scary concept.
Also, it's simple. Once again.
Yep.
It doesn't have to go too far. Just blue hair, it looks like, and mild face paint and blood.
Yeah, I mean, I believe this might be like mid-transformation.
Ooh, fun.
Because he did the fact that it makes it scary is that he used to be human and he's becoming something else. The movie is called. It's just called Clown. The movie is literally just called Clown.
Clown Kent. Clown film. Oh, interesting. Are you serious? John Watts?
Yep.
Huh. Wild. Okay. And now he does Spider-Man forever.
So, who would you be more frightened of?
I would be more frightened of body horror.
Really?
Pennywise. Because Pennywise, if Pennywise was walking towards me, I'd be like, I would be scared because I recognized him as Pennywise, right?
Right.
But if this motherfucker was walking towards me, and especially if he had like a shifting fucking face or something like that,
yeah,
or just like looked like he was mid something that he was not in control of his faculties, I would be scared shitless. Like this just like wide mouth expression is fucking scary.
It is. And like presumably I imagine Kent inside would still be fighting control of it.
Yeah, that's wild.
So in the last second, Pennywise gets knocked out. Now this last clown it's really important, and I think it's going to change the game here.
Okay, hit me.
So, you see this guy coming down the street at you. It's pretty freaky, right? What about these fucking babes right here? What if you saw the Clussy coming at you, walking down the street at 3 a.m? What would you do?
Oh my god. I'd be terrified for my own pants. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of the clown.
No, don't inflate your boobs. No, don't do that.
No, no. Oh, And I'm like fanning my face, and I'm like, oh, I
Oh
can't.
heavens! Oh no! Oh
Oh
gosh!
heavens! I'd be scared I would fumble.
That is true.
I don't have the natural. I don't have the natural riz of fucking Paul and Rich. I don't like just stumbling into the situation, you know?
Oh yeah, these are the scariest clowns of all because they're baddies, and there's always the fear of fumbling.
It's true. It's just true. And like, I mean, I like that there's a flavor for everybody here. There's like on the right, you can have your traditional big boobs. And then on the left, you get like tomboy clown.
Yeah, tomboy
Um,
clown.
and I kind of love just the big hair of that one.
All right, so that
Um,
that was our silly little game here. Let's bring it back. So, as we've sort of touched on before, this is the only movie the directors have made, and there's been lots of talk of sequels or a series. Most recently, April of this year, a remake announced with Ryan Gosling producing, but there hasn't really been any news since. Do you want another entry in the Killer Klowns franchise? Or do you ever think it's going to happen?
I think that if the Kyoto brothers are not involved, I don't fucking want it.
Good point, good point.
Because a lot of it relies upon their distinct stylistic work. And I think that we're in an age of horror now where people we're like accepting and wanting more practical effects. I mean, we've
Mhm.
seen it. Like people respond very well to practical effects. It was true with Alien Romulus. It was true with just I don't know, practical stuff in general is having a comeback
Yeah.
in a good way. This is something I love because I love movies like this that did things practically. But also I feel like a studio, like if a big studio was doing this, they would like try too hard to make it like grand in scale and
Mhm.
then not put the detail into what they need to because they are going for a grand scope
That's a
or
very
just
good point.
grand because I feel like they would go for like a bigger invasion, more clowns.
Like a big city
Um
or the world or
yeah. Um and it could work, but it wouldn't be as good as the original if it was like diluted like that.
right.
Because I love this I love this movie because it does so many little focused things, but they all hit
Mhm.
in and it keeps hitting. And it's charming. I think that charming factor also plays a role
Yeah.
because this movie is not entirely scary. You're not going to walk away from it being like, I have been shaken to my core by the killer clowns. And
uh,
it's good. It's good. And I don't need another one necessarily.
yeah, it's not necessary, but if they pull it off in the right way, it could be interesting.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed to it. It's just that like also I have been like um I don't know, apprehensive about it even happening because
Mhm.
once again, people are just it always is like killer clowns are coming back, baby. Killer clowns are finally coming back. And then it's like not really.
No. But they did kind of come back in the form of a video game. Did you ever play that?
I never played it. I wanted to,
That's kind of
but
shocking to me.
by the time I wanted to play it, they had stopped doing big content updates, and a lot of the content updates they did were like maps and
Mm,
like skins.
of course.
Like it was a lot of skins, and I don't know. I will be completely honest. I've never been huge into asim horror in
Fair.
terms of like multiplayer Dead by Daylight style games, um, which is kind of what that was from what I gathered. And I think it goes back to my Resident Evil comparison. I would have enjoyed a more traditional horror experience, even if
Right.
it was like a 7 out of 10 type game where it's like it's not great, but it's Killer Clowns. Like I would have preferred a focused single player experience to um a multiplayer one because I don't know. It just those games aren't scary and they're not and like I think I don't know. I would have honestly preferred Killer Clowns and Dead by Daylight rather than an
Yeah.
entire separate Dead by Daylight experience. Like I appreciate what we got, and it's cool that they were able to pull it off at all. Um, but it would have been really funny to see the clowns running around with like fucking
Leon Kennedy.
doing a Leon Kennedy. Yeah, yeah. A Killer Clowns game should have been a 7 out of 10 PS2 banger. That's exactly what I
Honestly.
meant. That's what I meant.
Can I pitch my Killer Clowns video game to you?
Yes. Hit
So
me.
it's one of those light gun shooters at the arcade that's in like a big booth
fuck
and it like
yes.
shakes and like sprays air in your face and stuff. That's the Killer Clowns game I want.
Sold.
And you hold
No,
like
yeah.
one of those fucked up like clown guns.
See, that's the perfect Killer Clowns gaming experience because it's prop based and physical and tangible. And they
Exactly.
put you right in the fucking thick of it. But you know, we can dream.
We can dream. So we talked a lot about how kind of silly this film is, but what is something you want people to take away from this other than just having a good time?
I think it really is that horror doesn't need to be scary to be really impactful, and it can actually be pretty fucking wholesome and still be a good, scary, spooky ride. Because this movie doesn't really scare all that much. When it does it and it gets back to jokes.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of like I think there's room to enjoy horror that way. And it's just interesting to me that every time they try they kind of fail, or like some murder gets in the way, or they don't want to try doing this again because it feels like a concept that could totally fucking work and totally still has a space. And the reason I think that is because people keep coming back to this fucking movie. Like it wouldn't have gotten a Halloween Horror Nights maze. It wouldn't have gotten a game. It wouldn't have gotten remembered in the way it does. It wouldn't have done so well on video. Instead of just like it would have fallen to obscurity. And for being like the one movie that these brothers made, that's huge.
Yeah.
And like it's just horror doesn't need to be scary. It can just be passionate. It can be impactful. We wanted to tell a fun story. We wanted to put our hearts into it.
The fact that this movie exists at all is just a testament to creativity.
No, yeah. It's a premise that like I don't think you could pitch this in the exact same way today. I don't think you could walk up to the execs and be like, all right, we're gonna have a clown movie with clowns and they come from space and no one and they're like goofily violent. There's not too much blood. And at the end, the main protagonist, no one really dies throughout the film except for like one guy and like captured people. And it's just like we're not going to amp up the brutality, but we are going to have fun and we are going to spook the audience a little. We're going to be a little bit scary.
Yeah.
But we're also just going to have a ton of fucking fun. And also we're going to put Clown Godzilla at the end. Will you give us money? Will you give us $2 million?
A fucking Sony exec doing line off the desk like, yeah, absolutely. I'll give you 20 million.
And it's like, And then we get Clown Madam Web. And it's like, fuck, we fucked up.
She took my clown.
See, and that's why it wouldn't work, because the execs, I think, today would be like, yeah, and what then?
Yeah, but then what? But where's the protagonist that we're supposed to care about that's supposed to change by the end or whatever?
Where's my hero's journey?
Yeah,
and it's like, this movie doesn't really have a huge story arc like that.
No.
It's just our characters start out, they don't like each other too much, and then by the end they're like, well, we survived this together, I guess.
I guess we'll join a polycule together.
And the cops all show up at the end like, oh, that was real.
Oh, we're useless. Any final thoughts before we wrap up here, Ecto?
I fucking love this movie. If anyone has not seen this movie, and wants to know how everything that we fucking talk about fits into like a movie package, please, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna check right now.
I think it's free on like, Tubi.
This movie is like commonly accessible. I'm pretty certain, like, you can watch it. It's pretty accessible in places.
It's easy to find.
Like, and just rent it and enjoy it, and just like, it's not even that long either. Like, I'm pretty sure the runtime,
perfect 90-minute movie.
I don't even know if it's that long. It's 88. It's under 90. Just under.
Perfect for horror.
But it's perfect because it doesn't overstay its welcome, and every minute is fun. So just seek this movie out for a good time. And I fucking owe so much to this movie for making me love goofy horror in the way that I do.
Hell yeah. I'm really glad we got to go off about a movie that is so important to you and is just so much fun and is just a celebration of what, you know, we love about film and filmmaking.
No, yeah. I just love seeing creators put their heart and souls into shit.
Yeah.
And committing to the bit, even when it's as goofy as this. Especially when it's as goofy as this.
Oh, yeah. If you think your idea is too silly or too goofy, fuck that. Go through it anyway, because you will find people who love it.
No, yeah. And I think, like, this movie, I don't think it did that well at first, but, like, on video.
Yes, it made most of its money through home video.
Made its fucking money. So you'd, like, just put your whole self out there, because you'll find your niche.
All right. Thank you again, Ecto.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for agreeing to talk about clowns for an hour plus.
I fucking love this movie. I'm really glad I finally got the push to see it because of you. So thank you.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm gonna take the opportunity to read this comment. Be a bigger pervert and freak now. Yes,
now.
100%. I like rubber stamped that statement.
Absolutely approved, endorsed. So let's go raid. Let's go raid Bucky. Bucky's playing some Soma, some equally spooky shit.
Hell yeah.
Thank you again, everyone, for coming out to the stream. Raid phrase is, a mime is a goth clown, a juggalo is a punk clown.
Hell yes.
We have a limited amount of time on this earth. I appreciate you choosing to spend it with me and Ecto talking about movies. Everyone have a good night. Show some love to Bucky. And bitches, leave. Honk honk.
Honk honk.